Hello everyone, I'm Sanjeev Kumar at Plutus IAS. Now, let's go with analyze previous year questions. Why we analyze previous year questions? Means you have noticed that most of the students who appear for this examination generally analyze previous year questions. Previous year questions को क्यों analyze करते हैं? क्या क्या उसमें हमें या student को मिलता है so that they can prepare themselves what to do, what not to do, or especially what not to do. So I will explore in this lecture that why analysis of previous year question is necessary. Means if you are going either for prelims, mains or even interview, प्रीवियस ईयर्स में कौन कौन से क्वेश्चंस पूछे गए, कहाँ से पूछे गए, किस तरीके से पूछे गए, क्यों पूछे गए, all such things you need to explore in detail. If you not likely to explore, probably you will lose a significant marks. Okay, so why this analysis? Why PYQ analysis? Question is this: why this analysis is especially not telling you what to do, rather mainly to tell what not to do. What not to do. And what not to do, probably it is 50% preparation of your examination. लगभग 50% प्रिपरेशन यहां पर हो जाती है if you well know, if you are a person who well known what not to do. क्या नहीं करना है, क्या नहीं पढ़ना है, rather than what to do. Then finally, what is the way left? What is the thing left? Now you have clarity what to do. अब आपको क्लैरिटी मिल गई है कि क्या कुछ करना है. What happens sometimes, a student who doesn't enroll in some of the mentorship program, who do not have any kind of guidance, शायद उनके घर में कोई फैमिली मेंबर नहीं है, सिविल सर्वेंट नहीं रहा है, या that student is only person from his family because his family is rural based background, poor humble या मिडिल क्लास फैमिली, केवल एक ही पर्सन है जो इस फील्ड में इंटरेस्टेड हुआ बिकॉज ऑफ सिक्योरिंग समथिंग at rural level little bit higher marks, या लोगों को लगा और उसको लगा कि वो ज़्यादा पढ़ता है आसपास वाले लोगों से या इस फील्ड में ज़्यादा इंटरेस्टेड है, लाइक दैट, एंड ही migrated to some of the three-tier cities now likely to be prepared and did not analyze the previous year questions, और उसने कोई एनालिसिस नहीं की, so he used to waste lot of time. न्यूज़पेपर को पढ़ते हैं तो स्टार्टिंग से all such how many murder, rape, theft, accident, yeah, what kind of political drama took place in parliament, what kind of political drama took place in particular state, means क्या कुछ चल रहा है ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में, किसने कितना अटैक किया, कितना डैमेज किया, कितना कैजुअलिटी हुआ, ओके, लाइक दैट. So each and everything they are just learning, moving behind all such highlights. या बुक स्टार्ट करते हैं एनसीईआरटी तो फ्रॉम द वेरी फर्स्ट पेज टू एंड पेज दे आर कवरिंग एवरीथिंग, दे आर कवरिंग वॉट एवर क्वेश्चंस आर प्रेजेंट, एवरी क्वेश्चंस दे आर कवरिंग. ठीक है, तो सब कुछ कवर कर रहे हैं फ्रॉम द वेरी बेसिक टूवर्ड्स द एंड. It is just waste of time, it is just waste of energy, waste of money, and later they will realize that they stuck in this cycle. यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन के चक्रव्यूह में इस तरह फंस गए हैं कि शायद अब उन्हें कोई और रास्ता नजर नहीं आ रहा है, ना तो यूपीएससी क्वालिफाई हो रहा है और ना ही किसी अदर एग्जाम में कुछ कर पा रहे हैं. नाउ देयर इज अगेन फाइनेंशियल बर्डन इज कंटिन्यूसली इंक्रीजिंग बिकॉज ही और दैट पर्सन स्टार्टेड प्रिपरेशन either by taking loan or financial assistance, और धीरे धीरे सोशल प्रेशर भी इम्प्रूव होने लगा. देन सोशल इमेज इज ऑल्सो डाइल्यूटेड एंड ह्यूज माउंटेड प्रेशर के कुछ तो कर लो, घर वाले भी कंपल्सन में, नॉट दे आर प्रेशराइजिंग, रादर यू नो ऑल आर इन कंपल्सन टू डू वट एवर इज पॉसिबल, सो लाइक दैट. So to avoid all such situations, just do analysis In analysis, you will get what not to do. Okay, they will tell you about pattern. शायद ये पैटर्न बताएंगे आपको. What kind of pattern of the questions? Means UPSC do not invent the wheel. UPSC कोई wheel invent नहीं करता है, rather painted the wheel and started to roll it around at specific degree. Suppose that 30 degree पर वो wheel को paint करके घुमा रहे हैं. Means they twisted, turn the things, the questions, rather than they are reinventing. So no such reinvention. कोई reinvention नहीं होता है, rather just dent and paint होता है. And in new format, new questions started to develop from same topic, from same concept, from same syllabus portion. उसी syllabus से या उसी topic से just repetitive questions likely to be generated in multiple ways, like AI generated copy articles. ठीक है, ऐसे मानो जैसे AI ने कुछ multiple copies in different way generate कर दी. Now they will tell you about the smart study. हर कोई smart study की बात करता है. Okay, everyone is talking about this smart study, rather hard study, rather hard one. So how you do smart study? What is the method? Generally, you have noticed during your 10th, 12th class, you just go through previous year questions and you found that some of the questions are always repetitive in nature. कुछ questions हमेशा पूछे जाते हैं, हर पेपर में पूछे जाते हैं, and you by heart, by mind, by body, everything आपने बार बार पढ़ा, लिखा, speak किया, listen किया, debate किया, discuss किया, and you also write in या practice it during your interim examination. So finally, you have noticed that significant aid and advantage during your final marks या overall ranking, not only at your school but within district या at state level. So उसका advantage मिला. ठीक है, ये है smart study. How you can acknowledge what is the main cream area, मतलब कहाँ पर मक्खन छिपा हुआ है. You are looking like that after analyzing it. Okay, then further it will assist you in question framing. क्वेश्चन फ्रेमिंग में आपको असिस्ट करेगी. हाउ दे आर फ्रेमिंग द क्वेश्चंस, व्हाई दे आर फ्रेमिंग द क्वेश्चंस फ्रॉम पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन, व्हाट वाज द रीजन बिहाइंड इट. सो क्वेश्चन फ्रेमिंग मींस देयर आर सर्टेन फ्रेंडली टॉपिक्स व्हिच ट्विस्टेड इन रिडल फॉर्म. तो रिडल फॉर्म में बार बार उनको ट्विस्ट करके न्यू क्वेश्चंस दे आर प्रेजेंटिंग. ओके, फर्दर you will notice syllabus alignment. Syllabus alignment means which section of syllabus likely to be aligned with which particular topic, which particular subject, particular questions. Syllabus alignment. It is like syllabus GPS. Whenever you are going through newspaper, then you analyze, oh, there is no such question from here, and there is no need to go through unnecessarily about so much genetic research and development. बहुत सारा RNA DNA पर research हो रहा है, and lot have been explored, but there is no such frequent questions based on it. So unnecessarily you left the garbage, and only question has been raised about the genetic tools. Genetic tools के बारे में question has been raised, and you randomly pick up that within 1 or 2 minutes, then you leave entire article. So this is how the GPS works within the syllabus. It is like ocean or like very large forest of the syllabus. Now you have no idea where to move, in which directions to move for finding your destination. So it will always the PYQ. तो आपको PYQ हेल्प करेगा. शायद आपको PYQ आपका GPS की तरह काम करेगा टू रीच टू फाइनल डेस्टिनेशन ऑफ लवासना. ओके, लाल बहादुर शास्त्री एकेडमी की डायरेक्शंस आपको सिर्फ और सिर्फ PYQ बताएगा यहाँ पर. So syllabus alignment, excellent role whenever you are studying any chapter Buddha, Jaina, या Maurya Empire, या you are studying fundamental right, या precedent, या local government, judiciary. So what kind of question has been raised in previous year? Which section, which cases are more important? Okay, so like that, syllabus alignment. फिर there is subject wise analysis. No, we are moving towards subject wise insight. Subject wise insight पर जाते हैं, and the very first subject I am taking here polity. Now look at polity. Polity is just like a favorite child of UPSC. Means there are generally more questions based on polity. It get more attention of the UPSC. It draw more attention of UPSC. Okay. UPSC generally does not ask several times the direct question. UPSC कई बार direct question नहीं पूछता है. Means you can say what is Article 21? ये तो direct way है ask करने का. What is Article 21? So UPSC doesn't asking what is Article 21. UPSC is not asking it. Rather, what is asking? What Article 21 say? Article 21 say क्या कहता है? UPSC is not asking about which of the following is fundamental right. कौन सा इसमें से फंडामेंटल राइट है? रादर यूपीएससी आर आस्किंग विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ फंडामेंटल राइट. इसमें से कौन सा फंडामेंटल राइट नहीं है? ओके, सो लिटिल बिट ब्लैंड या ट्विस्टेड. यूपीएससी सेइंग व्हाट कोर्ट से ओवर पर्टिकुलर आर्टिकल. यूपीएससी इज सेइंग हाउ basis structure can be interpreted. How basic structure is interpreted by the court. So all such things. Why UPSC is saying, why Supreme Court is saying that Constitution is supreme in a state of judiciary, in a state of parliament, in a state of executive and judiciary. Why Constitution is supreme? So UPSC may ask you in that way. Now there are certain common related topics in the polity. Polity में बहुत सारे ऐसे आपको common topics मिलेंगे where questions are very frequent. By analyzing past year papers को when you go through detailed analysis करोगे, you will notice that there are multiple questions based on fundamental right, DPSPs, precedent, judiciary, local government. Okay, so there are multiple topics on which multiple times question has been raised by UPSC in repetitive way. Just by turning, twisting the way, the pattern. Now, after polity, moving towards history. About history. So, UPSC also love history. It is like X sometimes. It is like X sometimes. Maybe cruel, sometimes maybe romantic, sometimes there may be more attention, sometimes there may be sweet, sometimes there may be romantic, sometimes there may be confusion. कई बार confusion मिलेगा यहाँ पर. In 2023, we notice UPSC love Mauryas but ghosted Guptas. But ghosted Guptas. So there are certain years where UPSC do it. Yeah, UPSC does it. Okay. UPSC have repeatedly asked several times, just like if we talk about the ancient history, then UPSC used to frequently ask about certain topics, just like Asoka, Kautilya. UPSC ask about various inscriptions, etc. Okay. Talk about the medieval, then UPSC used to frequently observe questions from Bhakti movement. UPSC frequently ask question from Sufi movement, maybe Nizamuddin Auliya, etc. Okay. So sometimes it acts just like the enthusiastic guest which used to frequently appear within marriage ceremonies, yeah, weddings. With respect to modern, there are certain specific areas from where UPSC used to frequently ask certain questions, like British Act, British from Regulating Act onwards, like freedom movements, like non-cooperative movement, Swadeshi movement, Quit India movement. Okay, non-cooperation, quit, Swadeshi, etc., etc. So by analyzing here, what I am highlighting is that UPSC generally ask some of the questions, some of the topics frequently rather than others. So just by analyzing previous year questions, you will go through what kind of repetition is taking place. Now, sometimes here UPSC may ignore Gandhi a few year, maybe 1, 2, 3 year. It may be possible, and you are too obsessed with the Gandhi. And now UPSC is not asking about the Gandhi, rather asking about Annie Besant's cousin's neighbor. Okay, so what does it mean by such kind of metaphor? UPSC asks sometimes less predictable. Okay, now look at geography. Geography is UPSC cartographer. Means the person who used to love map, yeah, make map. Now, this is one of the subject, yeah, we can say this uncle, geography uncle, love to ask questions on river, lakes, cities which are situated over bank of the rivers. It used to ask question about match the following. about certain locations, tributaries of the rivers. Okay, so all such kind of information is important for geography perspective. Further in geography, there might be question based on climate, based on monsoon, or some other important topic. So just by going through PYQs, you likely to be analyze what kind of question from which topic UPSC is asking. Now, look at environment. So, with respect to environment, we can draw a line here of 2014. Now, before 2014 and after post 2014, we have noticed only few questions from here. Means generally at that time period, geography was considered as major dominant subject. Geography को सबसे बड़ा और dominant subject consider किया जाता था with respect to environment. Nobody pays good attention over the environment, over the disaster management. But in recent year, we have noticed there is slight decline in question of geography, and there is, rise in the question of the environment. Yeah, sometimes little bit more attention over the disaster management in coming years. So it is like sudden explosion here. It is like a jungle party. Nobody has invited, still there is significant amount of presence. बहुत सारे लोग गैदर हुए क्योंकि ये जंगल पार्टी है. No barrier. Everything is open. Everybody is enjoying the party. Humans, animals, everybody is over there. So it is like that. Now, there are certain chilling subject nowadays. If you talk about the polity, if you talk about history, if you talk about economy, geography, these are nowadays seems to be chilling subject. Means there is not further more attention over these subjects, but smaller subjects are taking more attention, like Indian society, like disaster management, like governance, like IR, like internal security. So smaller subjects are also getting good attention. What is the reason behind it? The reason behind it, just simple, that UPSC has exploited lot over polity, history, economy, geography. But there are several subjects which are still unexplored properly. Number one. Number two, there are certain neglected sectors for too long, just like disaster management, very important, yet ignored for so long. Now, government, yeah, disaster management authority paying more attention, building the capacity. Earlier, there was, passive treatment of the government. There was passive treatment of disaster management agencies. They used to provide relief after the incident, and they considered that it is very much natural. Human factor can do very little with respect to natural disasters or calamities. They did not believe that resilient infrastructure, building very excellent capacity of the society can prevent such kind of disaster. Later on, they realize that some of the countries like Japan, Italy, frequent disaster used to occur, but still they have robust, resilient infrastructure, due to which there is very minimum amount of casualty with respect to scale of disaster. While in India, while in some of the African country, there is, a small disaster and large scale destruction. There is loss of life, loss of property, yeah, loss of various important things, overall loss of economy. So, UPSC is also realizing the importance of all these subjects. Now, with respect to this environment, environment consists of both. Environment में आपका static plus current affair, both play important role. Now what kind of static it has? Maybe forest related reports, uh, yeah, forest related questions. A report may be part of your current affair. Maybe biosphere reserves, pollution label. Okay, yeah, different labels of ecology, etc. It is all static portion. Now there are certain current affair, just like Ramsar site, just like latest forest report, just like various global convention or summit, endangered species. You know, here look at IUCN status. IUCN status. Sometimes frequent question based on IUCN status. Question, you know, a few times particular animal species you may realize that I haven't noticed over animal planet, not observed या noticed in animal planet. ऐसा एक दो क्वेश्चन आ सकता है when you feel that, you know, just like I have never listened about the purple frog, how I can identify what kind of category it is: vulnerable, critically endangered, extinct. Nicobarese megapods, I have not listened. Okay, so all such kind of species, sometimes one or two statement you can also notice, so don't worry about it, just practice PYQs and thoroughly analyze PYQs. If thoroughly analyze PYQs, practice in significant amount, then probably they will assist you, guide you, train you in such a way whether you know the correct answer or don't know correct answer, but you likely to be ensured that this is not the correct answer. When this is not the correct option, then remaining options likely to be correct here. Now, moving towards economy. It is also one of the major subject, and UPSC relation, UPSC का जो relation है, it is like Bollywood drama. जैसे बॉलीवुड ड्रामा होता है, sometimes you have noticed romantic, sometimes there is cruel. Okay, so Bollywood drama, you have noticed there is flirt over certain topics like maybe inflation, frequent question, maybe like RBI, like GDP, maybe banking, budget, maybe economic survey. So there are several topics on which questions are very frequent. There are certain other topics on which questions are not so frequent. I mean here, by just analyzing PYQs, you can come to conclusion what to study, especially what not to study, what not to focus. Then the only way left is what to focus, what to work upon. Now, remaining subjects, just like ethics and integrity. Ethics and integrity is still underdeveloped subject which has not been thoroughly exploited. It is, you can consider, just like sacred text of UPSC. Ethics and integrity is just like Bhagavad Gita text for the UPSC, which used to tell about the moral stories, moral principles, which used to talk about ethics and integrity. Okay, so all such topics, again, by analyzing previous year questions, you will get to know what kind of topics has been exploited, what kind of questions likely to be raised. Further, by analyzing questions of your essay, etc., you may also get clarity about what topics need to be prepared in advance. So I hope you enjoyed this session. That's all in today's session. Bye bye. Take care. See you in next lecture.